Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the mutants and metahumans of all ages, shapes, and sizes, from the microverse to the multiverse, it is time for the most spoilerific show on YouTube. And if you have any requests for any topic, leave a comment below. What up with your YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy TripleCup Chuck, and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Royal Vibration Podcast, where we talk about Marvel, DC, comic books, anime, video games, TV shows, and more. Welcome to our humble abode. Let's go. Man, it's been a beautiful day. We had a merger that's gone ahead and occurred with the Marvel, Disney, Fox deal that everybody been waiting on. I've been seeing people doing countdowns, and we're going to bring about that. And then with Captain Marvel almost hitting $1 billion, and they've been having all these shenanigans and stuff going on. I respect everybody's opinion. But you know what I'm saying? They had some people say the movie was racist, and they got some people that said that they had some people that was racist about the movie. Or sexist, however you want to look at it. But let's go ahead and get to these introductions and get this thing here started. Man, first up, we got a special guest in here tonight. His first time appearing on the show. You know what I'm saying? I had to brush myself out because it's a smooth cat right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what it should have been. On Jay Fonzie, the smooth cat. Man, go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know where they can find you at, homie.
Hey, man, they can find me at Jay Fonzarelli on Twitter and here on YouTube. Make videos about gaming and stuff. Sometimes talk about these movies as well. I did a video on Captain Marvel just last week. Check me out there. But it's good to be here, man. I'm ready to talk about Captain Marvel and everything else you got going on here.
Word? You did a video last week on Captain Marvel? What's your channel? Same as your name, Jay Fonz?
Yep.
Always has been.
I'm going to check that out. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's love right there. That's love. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got yo. Man, what's that with you, homie, man? Go ahead, introduce yourself. Know where to find you at.
Yo, it's the Xbox Ghost Kaleidoscope. Back on the Heroic Vibrations podcast, and you guys can hit me up on Twitter at DirectX-the, on my YouTube channel at Kaleidoscope, and on Xbox Live at just playing Kaleidoscope, all in caps though. You know what I'm saying? Like you screaming, yo! That's what's up.
And I'm gonna get him to start dropping more videos. We're gonna pump this YouTube blood back into him. He's gonna be ready to get back into this life. We got to bring retirement, huh? Man, you're gonna be bringing some more videos.
Want to know what it is? I have a lot of footage. That I could easily splice, but I'm just been reading too many damn comic books, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a kid in the candy store. Just last night, I finished reading Secret Invasion. Never read it before. The shit blew my mind. All right, I'm freaking stoked. Yeah. All right, I can imagine that coming over to the MCU, dude. My mind is blown. I can imagine everybody, the whole audience won't even know what's coming, man. That's the thing, man. That's the beauty about Secret Invasion. If you haven't checked it out, man. Do yourselves a favor and check that out, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up right there. Next up, we got a guard up in here, and he's supposed to be a misfit, but he's more trying to bring chaos. Man, what's happening with your chaos guy, man? Go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know they can find you at, homie.
Yo, this is the Chaos Incarnate. Chaos put into one bodily entity known as me, Chaos God. I'm sitting here on Twitter at Chaos God, and you can find me same way on Xbox. If this still go through, I may get a hookup with the PS4 soon. So I will be joining the Sony community again, hopefully, if everything goes right. But yeah,
keep your fingers crossed, bro.
Oh yeah.
You played that Spider-Man yet on the PlayStation 4?
Oh no, I ain't got it yet. I said if everything go right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit, and I want to play that Spider-Man. Those are the top 3 games I'd probably play first.
You said it'd probably be the first ones you play first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, next up, we have a juggernaut in the house. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to leveling up, it don't get no higher than this person right here. Man, what's happening with your Savage Carter, man? Go introduce yourself and let them know they can find you at.
What's up, everybody? This is Savage. You can catch me at Savage Carter 225 on Twitter. You can catch me at Carter Boy 225 on Twitch. You can catch me at Savage Carter on Mixer, and you can catch me at Savage Carter on Xbox.
Bro, tell them about the level that you on now on Anthem.
Oh man, Anthem. I'm like 720, bro. But
Jesus,
that's a slow grind. I'm trying to get higher than that, but
Damn.
until I gotta get. Man, I need to get some more people that's my level. You know what I'm saying? On my actual level, to get higher than that. But you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I've been helping other people out, which I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I like helping other people. You know what I'm saying? But I need to help other people to get them to my level. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't
Kind
tripping.
of sucks, right?
Yeah, that make it like a double grind or something like that. I mean, you got to
Yeah,
grind.
exactly, bro. Because you
I
got to
mean,
grind for them,
basically, I
and
just
then they
take
gotta grind for
I
them.
basically take them on my grind with me. If you fall, I pick you up. You know what I'm saying? If I fall, you know what I'm saying. If we play back to back, I mean, I done played with K Maker. He live streamed it. I think last night we played. We ran through the stronghold.
Oh,
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? If we
They
play
can't
back
make
to
a hold
back,
his own?
we work together. We work together. Nobody will fall. Yeah, K Maker held his own. Bone held his own too.
All
Oh
right.
shit,
That's what's
Bone,
up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
well,
Bone. Hey, out of everybody, Bone. Hey,
that's a
I want to
surprise.
gotta give a shout out to Bone, man. That dude, that is true. He drop videos anytime. He just say fuck it.
He was so happy to get his Xbox back.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, let's go ahead and get to this big truck driver. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no liver than this here. He riding around. He got two of the most iconic Marvel characters on his avatar, no, or logo. My bad, excuse me. On his logo that stands out in the whole MCU. Man, Sir X-Man, go on, introduce yourself to the world and let them know where they can find you at.
I'm Sir X-Man, and hey, Chuck, I'm gonna make that a little bit more defined next time. I'm gonna have my son make it a little better. All right, but I'm Sir X-Man, old school gamer, hanging around with the crowd, learning a little bit about comics, and just chilling out with the crowd. Last week, I streamed old Tomb Raider, and I streamed some Zone of the Enders, having fun on Twitch. Sir X-Man 1 on Twitch, Sir X-Man on Xbox Live. Same name, the same. Enjoy yourself. Let's get this party started.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Well
That's what's
said.
up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been
Man,
practicing.
Hey, I got to give it a little breather for a second about it, but
There's my baby.
bro, that's what's up. Hey, and everybody that's out there tuning in, I want to give a shout out to y'all that's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for coming rock with us. We have another guest that's supposed to be coming in. K Mega. He on the road. I don't know what he doing, but you know what I'm saying? He'll be in a few minutes, so he's just gonna hop in and we're gonna bring him in and he's gonna bring his aspect upon his podcast. I told you we're gonna bring a show for y'all tonight about Captain Marvel. We're gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, and the sad. So let's go ahead and start this whole little thing off about the shenanigans about the people saying that it was a bad movie. Some people say it was a good movie. They didn't really have too many. Then they had the in between that kind of stayed out of this film. But the people on the bad said Captain Marvel was gonna flop, but it actually is on pace to hitting $1 billion.
Yes. Yeah, baby. As a
That's
matter
the
of
big
fact,
time.
higher, further, faster, baby.
That's
The
the big
first
time.
female character about to hit $1 billion. And how you said it, how you further faster? That's a low.
Higher, further, faster, baby. That's what's up.
Yeah. So Kalado, so what you think about the fact that she on track to be another $1 billion franchise that's coming out the MCU?
Well deserved. Know what I'm saying? Carol Danvers has been one of my favorite characters since like the 80s, bro. Right? Know what I'm saying? When she was rolling this binary with the X-Men, dude, I was always on Carol Danvers' tip. And then of course, Rogue ended up getting into that scuffle with her. and then Rogue ended up getting part of her powers, and then eventually she became Miss Marvel, and then from Miss or she went back to Miss Marvel, then she went back. But my bad, I'm getting sidetracked. As far as the movie, it was dope, and the reason people are feeling it, because it's not the same old tired cliche that we've seen from so many superhero movies ad infinitum. All right, what cliche is in every fucking superhero movie? I'm gonna name a couple. What's in Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, what is it? Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Wonder Woman, Superman. What do all those movies have in common, people? A fucking love story. All right? There's always a freaking love story in all these movies. And Captain Marvel came up and she's like, you know what? This ain't about no bullshit, man. I got a job to do. All right? Then I was like, you know what? That's actually refreshing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same old tired cliche. Something about a lost lover. Even Doctor Strange had fucking old girl that she was hot as hell, though. I can't front. And they ain't use her for anything. But still, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you get tired of the same old, same old. This was something that was a little bit different. It started off where she was on another planet. All right? So now Marvel, per se, is not even scared to go out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, before it was always like, oh, let's start off on Earth and then we'll go to maybe the outer space a little bit like they did with Green Lantern, right? But then they came back to Earth and whatnot. Captain Marvel was like, go to space, then come back to Earth, then go back to outer space and whatnot. I was like, all right, you know what? That's dope. All right, but nah, I really did enjoy it. I liked that whole 90s vibe. I was really digging it. There's a reason why I was going to hit that $1 billion club. You know, a lot of women were feeling the story. I felt the relationship between her and her best friend. You know what I'm saying? Was her and her homegirl. That's a major set piece. Yeah, no, not Monica Rambeau, Maria Rambeau.
Maria
Monica
Rambeau, the mama,
yeah, exactly. The mom's her best friend. You know what I'm saying? It was a story about these two women and whatnot, and the love that they shared for each other. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Carol is trying to discover who the hell she is. You know what I'm saying? Because they just started the movie right in the middle, right? But it was dope, though. I really enjoyed the pacing, and a lot of people that's why it's getting a lot of word of mouth. All right, because people are going to see this movie, especially women, all right, and their daughters and aunts and whatever, and they're seeing this and they're like, you know what, this is something different, all right. Just like when they went to see Frozen, that it was the love between two sisters, right?
That's a good movie.
Frozen, yeah, that's why Frozen made so much money. It wasn't just another love story, all right. It was a love between two sisters, all right.
Yeah,
and this movie
for the women scenes too.
Yeah. And this movie is just hitting all the right notes, man. It has that Marvel formula. You know what I'm saying? And plus, they have that tie into Endgame. That's another thing, right? They tie into Endgame, bro. You know what I'm saying? So people want to see the after credits to see what happens, which they really ain't show nothing, really. But still, my bad. I've been talking too much, though, man. I'm going to pass the mic.
So what about you, J-Paul? Do you feel the same way?
Not at all.
Not at all. Oh, you have a different opinion.
Completely opposite. I thought this movie was written really terribly. I thought the continuity was totally broken between this movie and the other Avenger movies in the series. I thought that some of the characters that were in the other movies were written poorly in this one, especially Nick Fury. I don't feel like there's a big, strong connection with Brie Larson's Carol Danvers here. I just, there's so much about this movie I felt that was just wrong. When you get a movie where you feel like you're 12 steps ahead of the story, it's always a bad experience. And that's the way I felt through the whole thing. I felt like I was ahead of, you know, you're looking at Carol Danvers as a character that's, you know, trying to figure out who she is. But the whole time from the start of the movie, they're showing you exactly who she is. And the audience can see this. And you're just waiting for her to realize, oh, I'm Carol Danvers. And I hated that. I hated just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. It just it fell flat for me big time. The fight scenes, everything about it just fell really flat. So that's the way I feel about it.
I mean, that's understandable. That's understandable.
J-Pod, I got a question for you, though. You know about Carol Danvers, though. You've read the comic books, right?
I've read some of the comic books. I don't claim to know everything about.
I know, but you've read. You're still familiar with her, right?
Yeah. See, this story really told the story of Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel. That's another issue I took. I hated the fact that they used the name Captain Marvel when the first real Captain Marvel was actually female anyway, was Monica Rambeau in the comics. And that was back in, I believe, 1982. And the first time I ever heard of a Captain Marvel, besides Marvel, was Monica Rambeau back in Secret Wars during that series back in the 80s. So, I mean, like, to me, it just, okay. So what I really took offense to as well is the fact that they made Monica Rambeau this little girl that was looking up to Carol. And that really pissed me off because in the comics, if you know anything about Monica Rambeau, you know that she has a father and she looked up to her father as a hero. And he was an ex-firefighter, you know, a hero she looked up to. And here she is looking up to Carol freaking Danvers. It pissed me off. It was like, dude, why did you make Maria Rambeau like this stereotypical, you know, black mother who doesn't have a husband or has, you know, a kid and no husband there? Like, it just pissed me off. It's like in the comics, Maria Rambeau was married to Frank Rambeau, and that was Monica's parents. And she, you know, they loved their daughter loved them. And I just thought it was just a slap in the face to the character. And it really rubbed me the wrong way, to be honest.
Okay, I can't fault you for that. But Miss Marvel, you are right as far as Carol Danvers, that she used to be called Miss Marvel. But at least 8 to 9 years ago, Marvel started treating her like an A-lister, and that's when the Captain Marvel comic book started coming out. And it was with Carol Danvers.
Yeah, she only became Captain Marvel in 2012, and her comics really didn't do that great as Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel was a little different when she was Carol Danvers. I mean, because she was just Carol Danvers for many years. I mean, from like 1968 to 1977, she didn't get any powers at all. And when she finally got her powers, which again, this really tells the story of Miss Marvel. And then, of course, she became binary. Then she became Warbird, and then Captain Marvel. She was like the 6th or 7th Captain Marvel. And I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way there. But there was a lot of continuity issues I had with this film that didn't line up with the older movies. And I hated what they did to Nick Fury. I hated that they emasculated Nick Fury to a certain degree. And even my wife was sitting there with me, and she leaned over to me and she goes, "Why did they kind of make Nick Fury a sissy in this movie? He's usually tough and gruff, and you know, here he is washing dishes, singing." And
wow, they gave him the Supergirl treatment.
This movie, you know, tried so hard to be a feminist movie that it forgot how to be a superhero movie at points, and it really pissed me off.
All right,
hey, we're gonna continue this. Hold on,
fault you for that.
But we got it.
I'm just gonna say I can't fault you for anything or what you feel.
Let me introduce K Mega. Because I know he's been waiting, and he in here.
Oh, goodness.
What up, gentlemen?
And we got K Mega.
Yeah, man, fresh out of
What's
work.
What's up, K Mega?
14 hours, man.
I knew you was at work. Yeah.
Oh, you work 14 hours? I work 12.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
Man, we did. Yeah, man, we going on the grind. We got so many damn projects going on. We got a turnpike. We got the Maps project. We got it.
Wow.
We just got done with the Amazon building out here. Now they doing a new Hobby Lobby. So yeah, they getting down out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, see, doing things over there, huh?
Yeah. We over here trying to catch up to Tulsa and get up to the big cities. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
So since you been so busy like that, K Mega, what people can find you at?
Oh man, you can find me on my channel, man, at KMega 405. You can definitely check me out on Twitter at KMega4. And man, you know, just that's it. Or you can catch me on the Xbox, KMega 405, or on PlayStation when I do eventually turn it on every once in a while. K-Pop 405. Then on PC, of course, it's KMega 405. Yes,
yep.
That's what's up. Hey, so K Mega 405 everywhere. What do you think about Captain Marvel is on the road to becoming another $1 billion franchise in the MCU? You think it's well deserved, or you think that the movie was not so good?
Well, I mean, when it comes to just out of the rankings of the movie itself compared to the rest of the Marvel movies, I would have to put it on the lower tier. I have to agree with Fonzarelli on that. But my old lady had a different take than his. She was very empowered by it. And to me, it made me more excited about the movie than I probably normally would if I went to go see it by myself. Because I mean, as a man, I mean, I don't understand, how women feel or think. It's just to me. And so how I looked at it after we was talking about it and everything, because she's haven't really been into the Marvel movies until she started getting with me, and then she's got into all these comic book movies. She's like, "What have you done to me?" But she was excited about Wonder Woman. But then she was really excited about this movie. I mean, like, she was so giddy that she went back and seen it again with her mom and her friend.
Wow.
Like just 3 days later.
My daughter was the same way, bro.
Yeah, and I think and what her thing was that it was just the empowerment. Like, you hear those things about women, they can't, what they can't do, things better than men. They're not strong enough.
Yeah, they were fighter pilots.
Yeah, they're just and all these things that culminated to her trying to get her memory back and all that stuff. I got the premise of it. I also got the fact where when she was, when people were saying she was kind of dull, she seemed she was part of the Kree, and the Kree were a dull species themselves. They were more assimilated than they were witty or charming, but she would try to bring it out every once in a while. And every time right in the beginning of the movie, when she tried to say a joke, the old dude sit there and told her, "Hey, what have we told you about the jokes?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so. Yeah. She was trying to bring pieces of herself that she lost, and then gradually it came through. The thing to me is that I look at it is why I'm excited for the movie for women is how I felt about Black Panther as a person of color. And, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that everybody could can look at Black Panther and say, whoa, seeing these people in this high, seeing people of color in this high prestige way, just like upper echelon, just better technology, the swag, just everything about what was going on with Wakanda was just insane, right? And then so like it gave an empowerment to a lot of people. And I understand that these are comic book movies, but I think that Chuck and you, we've talked about this before, that it just did something to just kind of make you go out with your chest bowed out, and that's the same way that she felt when she left the theater. She kind of bowed up, like
so I chest out a little bit.
Yeah. So I looked at it as a positive thing, but of course, it wasn't that much action. The plot was pretty, you kind of understood what was going on beforehand. I agree with Fonzarelli on that 100%. But I would have to put it in the same. But out of the origin stories itself, I found it to be better than my favorite Avenger, which is Captain America. I got Captain America all over my room, and of Thor's was probably the worst out of all of them, in my opinion. And then if you look at it, and then I think it's also better than Iron Man 2. So yeah. It's not, and also better than
Thor. You're right about that. Thor: Dark World was horrible.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was the worst one out of all.
Yeah, but
I would put it above a few of those movies as well.
Yeah,
so I would put it like in the mid tier,
lower tier.
And also, you got to throw the first Hulk movie in there too. The Incredible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first Hulk movie was terrible. It was bad. So it's in that middle echelon. But as an origin story for an empowerment, I that's why I give it. That's why I see why it's doing the numbers that it's doing. I just feel like it just got a lot of women excited. And then again, one more thing that my old lady brought up was that she related more to this movie than she did Wonder Woman because it was set in the 90s. And so like the music, the nostalgia, all that other stuff that was involved into that, the way that they dressed, the way that they had their hair and all that stuff, she was just all giddy about it.
I ain't think about that. So you're right.
Yeah, she looked at that from like just watching a movie and then just getting into and just enjoying the character. And then she also cried when the friends got together and she was trying to tell old girl, look, hey, I'm, I'm saying, hey, I had your back, what happened to you?
And her and Maria.
Yeah. So, and then also Fonzarelli, I think what they're doing with the story plot is that the little girl is going to be Photon in the future.
Yeah,
Man,
I hate that, bro, because she was Captain Damn Marvel. She was like the first female captain who took on that moniker.
Marvel, yeah.
But and the thing is, in the comics, if you look at Monica Rambeau, and she was stronger than Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. She was stronger than her. Monica Rambeau is one of the strongest characters in the MCU. Period. And I just don't think they're going to do her justice, because she could actually she could use all types of energies, every type of energy, which with Photon, I think they're just going to focus on photon energy, and they're going to nerf her in that respect. And also I feel like, just taking away her father was a big disservice to the movie. Really huge, because she looked up to her father in the comics. He was a huge integral part of Monica's story. So that kind of pissed me off, man. That really, really rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm surprised not more people are talking about that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Why most people don't remember. That's
right. And you got to understand this.
Or don't know.
She's very not well known. Like if this was a Spider-Man origin or something like that, people would dissect it like a frog. But this is she's new. There's not too many people have read the comics about her or even know her origin story. So that's why Marvel can get away with it and kind of twist things, because even the most diehards, they might read other things like Cloak and Dagger, and they probably just.
But the thing is, it's like here's where I say, the comic book folks should know who she is, because Secret Wars was one of the biggest series in comics back in the 80s.
Yes.
Secret Wars is now that they have X-Men, we're going to talk about it. I want a Secret Wars movie so bad now.
Yes.
Same here. Thank you. I'm not the only one. I've been saying that.
My ultimate dream would be the Inferno series. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was from in the 90s. The Secret Wars and the Inferno series would be insane, because they also had this.
Would be dope, but we would have to wait a long time before that actually happens. Because the X-Men needs to come out.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah.
There was integral parts.
They need to reboot Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and all those characters, because they are trash right now. They did Doctor Doom wrong in those movies.
Always. And a Fantastic Four, if you think about it.
Yeah.
The only cool one I thought was Human Torch, the Chris Evans version in the first movie. That was it.
Honestly, I like Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer was
cool. Yeah, he
dope.
was. Oh yeah.
But they killed it with
That's how they messed up it when they did Galactus. It just like
too bad there wasn't a good movie around the Silver Surfer, right?
Yeah,
I like the animated version of the Silver Surfer when Thanos and Silver Surfer kind of wiped each other out at the end. I really wanted a continuation of that. Y'all remember that, right?
No, I don't. I don't. But we all know that the animated series has been, or movies as well, has been way better than a lot of the movie, especially with DC. I know, I'm not as harsh about things as other people, but I mean, when it comes to DC's animated movies compared to their movies, other than a few that's come out, because I love Aquaman. I thought Aquaman was absolutely insane.
Aquaman was good.
Hey, that was
the shit.
Water, like wow. Like okay, anyway, but yeah, for the other movies, other than besides the Batmans and things like that, it's just the animated movies were so much better. Like wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So especially when
great animated
Batman
movies.
Against the Vampire, that was a classic. Versus Dracula, that was a classic, man. DC.
Well, as a matter of fact, Chuck, there's a new one coming out. Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for that.
I can't wait for that one.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I like the way they did the artwork for him, because it's like a crossbreed of all the different turtles, and it's not one stable Batman. You see a little reflection of different types of Batman, so you give it its own look.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah, but
I just want to see what they're gonna do with it, because I read their whole comic book series.
Talking about the first one?
No, Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a comic book series. Savage knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what they're basing it on.
I thought it was they pretty much like rewriting it or something.
Nah. But all of DC's animated movies, they're all based on comic books.
Right.
They did first that were hits, and then they translate them into animation.
I get to see
And
a little more dark.
Batman versus the Ninja Turtles was one of their biggest sellers ever.
Right. No, I thought it was like a continuation. I didn't think it was okay, cool.
Dude, I saw those the other day. I need to read them. I haven't read them yet though.
Yeah, I need to read the comics too.
You know what I've been slipping on, gentlemen, is when it comes to Batman. I was on Boom's show about a couple of months back in I think in November, and we were talking about like the that there's going to be another Batman that's going to come out, right? And so everybody was talking about this and that, and so I brought up what I would like, and then somebody brought up about the Court of Owls, and I was like, what is that? And so I didn't know.
Oh no!
And I said, oh my God, that's what they need to do for the next Batman movie. But
the Court of Owls, that would be dope if they did. People would be flipping.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, all you got to do is watch the Gotham, and Gotham actually tells the story of the Court of Owls.
Really? Yeah.
Yes. I haven't missed an episode, dude. It's so much. It's really good.
Nice.
You got to check it out.
Nice. But anyway, I know we're talking about Captain Marvel, so my bad. I just
speaking about
it's all good.
Hey, what about any 90s reference? Did they have any 90s references on Captain Marvel that caught y'all attention?
Dude, Nirvana,
dude,
in the movie, man.
The group.
Yeah, the group. The music group.
That thing popped off to me like crazy. And then what was that? Gwen Stefani, I'm just a girl.
Matter of fact, let me explain this to Chuck.
All right.
You know the music that I listen to when you look at me crazy and be like, what the hell you listening to?
That's what that be?
Yeah. It smell like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, that was the jam. That was acceptable in all hoods. Was that song? Nirvana.
Look, having those songs like "Come as You Are" and "I'm Just a Girl" and all that. Look, they were good songs for the time, and it's that nostalgic feeling. But at the same time, I didn't like the implementation of those songs. I didn't like where they put those songs, especially like that last big fight. They started playing "I'm Just a Girl." I thought it was cringy.
That's why movies, games, comic books, they're all subjective.
It's all up to the beholder. Like when you watch these superhero movies, you're expecting to hear that, that epic music to start to come on and a build up there, and then a big crescendo into all this,
like Wonder Woman music when she first came out.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you hear "No Doubt," "I'm Just a Girl." I'm like, really? And then
dude, they saved that for the Avengers movies.
And then with "Come as You Are," they start playing "Come as You Are" when she goes to meet the what is it? The
Supreme Intelligence.
Yeah, the Supreme Intelligence, and it's Annette Bening there dancing to "Come as You Are," and I was just cringing at that too. I was like, really?
See, I could see things like that in Deadpool, maybe, but I wouldn't have expected to see that in a Captain Marvel movie. I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing it tomorrow, but I wouldn't have expected that.
Well, it's very, like I said, it doesn't seem like this movie is for everybody. It's reaching out to a particular group. And I think that's why it gets some of the pushback that it does.
Well, you know what it is, K Mega? It's because this movie it's so obviously shoehorned into this series. Like it was an afterthought, bro. They started this movie 4 years ago, and when they initially thought about putting Captain Marvel in there just for this feminist agenda. And they saw what Wonder Woman was doing, and they wanted a piece of that. Wonder Woman, in my opinion, did feminism right, though. Wonder Woman smashed it out of the park.
Oh, yeah, Wonder Woman was a better movie to me.
It was a great movie. And my wife,
I agree with that too.
Yeah, my wife even liked Wonder Woman a lot better. She thought she was more of a female empowerment character and stuff, somebody to look up to for little girls. Whereas Brie Larson's character was very stoic and wooden, how she portrayed her. And even when like Maria Rambeau was talking to her, I felt Maria Rambeau's performance but I didn't feel Brie Larson's connection to her. I totally felt Maria's though. That actress, I forgot her name, but she did.
Oh yeah, she acted her ass off in that.
Lashana Lynch. Right?
That's who it is. Yeah, she's a great actress, bro. I like her.
Yeah, she did a really good job. I totally agree with that. She and the little girl knocked it out the park. She was great.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Can I give her perspective for a second?
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
difference between Wonder Woman and from what I hear about Captain Marvel, even though Wonder Woman was strong, she still carried herself as a woman. And that was kind of a lot of the difference between the two movies that I saw.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the truth. She was strong,
bro.
but she was still a woman.
Yeah,
right. Well, and also she was also empowered. See, I think people get confused about what Captain Marvel's character was. Like she was supposed to be this shell of herself, and then at the end she started to become her actual self. That's why when she did the Super Saiyan shit, you know what I'm saying, with she went
binary.
It actually kind of did the with the whole thing with the cringy music where she just powered up, and that's what she said that she did that line where she took that shit off of her, and that was that part of that whole restraint of women always being restrained. What would a woman be like when they take the restraints off? And that's what she broke.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, they pushed that through the whole movie, right? You're hearing about keep your emotions in check,
right?
Because that's what men tell you to do. You know, keep your emotions in check, be more logical. And it was that kind of shit. And
but,
you know,
I mean, but women can relate to that. Like that's what
I understand. I get what you're saying, but as a whole, it doesn't make for a great movie for everybody, right?
Right.
And
no, you're right. Audiences are divided.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Like with comic book movies, 80% of it is males. It's a male-driven audience, man. Like males are going to see these movies, and even with Captain Marvel.
Want to know what's the trippy thing though? Captain Marvel, the second weekend, the female demographic rose higher than the males.
Yeah, well,
because they went back and seen it again.
Yeah.
Well, it was like you said, your wife went back with her moms, her sisters, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They went back with their friends.
Right. See, that was the thing that I think that they struck the iron hot once they did Black Panther. That because there's been no black movie ever that had that type of budget.
Want to know why it's also making back gangbuster dollars? This is a thing. Just like you said, Black Panther.
Yeah.
This is the Marvel, the MCU is huge. Everybody know the MCU is huge, all right? Everybody's been pining for a Black Widow movie. We're finally going to get it next year. This is the first female-led Marvel movie for the MCU.
Well, the whole reason why it's making the dollars is because it's a Marvel movie.
Exactly, but it's the first female-led though. You know what I'm saying? It is the first.
It's making that money in period because it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
of course, that's helping it. That's helping as well. But it's still the first female-led MCU movie.
Yeah, I totally agree with Savage on that. Is that I get what you're saying too, Kaleidoscope. You're right, but if this movie was a standalone movie, I don't think it would do as well in the box office. I know it wouldn't do as well.
Here's the thing: if this movie was
Marvel name behind it.
If this movie came out before Iron Man, I promise you it wouldn't do the numbers.
No, it wouldn't.
Of course not. Iron Man didn't even do these numbers.
Hey, I got something that'll give you guys.
If this movie came out before Black Panther, Captain America, any of the movies, it wouldn't do them numbers. The reason it's doing the numbers it's doing is because Marvel has set a standard.
And no, it's not just that. It's also
they did set a standard.
This movie, Captain Marvel, has something to do with Endgame, so it forces people to want to watch because they want to know, hey, if this has anything to do with Endgame,
it didn't have nothing to do with Endgame.
But this is what
and it's all a part of that standard,
right? But this is the different part of it, though. This is where Marvel is genius. Is because the men went to see it because we want to know what her character is going to be like going into Endgame. But
the women going to see it
to go see it because now they have a character that they can relate to, even if they weren't into the MCU like that. You see what I'm saying?
Can I make a quick point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Check this out. The reason why Miss Captain Marvel all of a sudden went from bad to high money is because all the women probably realized that men were criticizing this movie really badly, and a lot of them got together. And women do this, and they be like, "We all going to see it to support a woman in a heroic role." It happens, and
But
that's probably why it made.
I didn't. Hey,
But
no,
you know what,
the
though?
movie was
This is what
designed.
controversy brings attention, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it does.
That extra controversy, I guarantee you.
Oh
that
yeah.
ended up helping Captain Marvel than it did hurt it. I'm telling you, the only thing them critics and those people that were bashing it were doing was giving it more attention, giving it extra publicity.
Chaos is right about that though, because remember there was review bombing Captain Marvel on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, they
and
were.
a whole bunch of other websites. And what did that make people do? It made them. It sparked their curiosity. Damn, why they review bombing this, man? Shit, 50,000 reviews and fucking, and that's what Infinity War had its entire run, and they had it in one day.
Yeah.
All right? Dude,
Because
everybody
they
was like, what
ripped
the
Infinity Wars. They ripped it, but people still came to see it.
If they
Exactly. But that was the entire Infinity War run. Know what I'm saying? However long it was in theaters for, like what, 4, 5, 6 months? But Captain Marvel did it in one day, 50,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the standard that was already set by them movies.
Right.
I would have rather seen Adam Warlock make his way.
I'm saying you saying it like
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
I mean,
This
I think a lot
movie
of
did it
people
because this movie was great. This movie was not great.
No, not because great.
I'm saying
People
that's
are
the way you
bashing
making it
the
sound,
movie.
Kaleidoscope.
They're bashing the movie. That's what I'm talking about. Review
Right.
I'm
bombing.
saying, and they got a right to be bashed. This movie sucked.
Yeah, but women.
That's your opinion, you know what I'm saying?
That's the why they
Everybody has their own
went. That's the
opinion.
why they went, because
I'm saying
you
this
guys
movie really
think the
did
movie
suck. Anybody
sucked.
that know anything that about Captain Marvel that originally knew anything about Captain Marvel know this movie was bullshit.
Yeah, I
But women don't know that. Women don't know that.
Yeah,
All
I'm
they
saying
see is you
anybody that's
bashing
casual
a
that's
woman.
going.
All they see is them
I
bashing
say-
a woman
I
movie.
say any man. I say
Dude,
any
I'm
man
reading all the
that
latest
doesn't
issues
know
of Captain
about
Marvel, and it's right in line with them.
Oh, those latest.
Yeah, the
I really
latest
love it.
issues, man. This movie don't have nothing to do with the latest issue.
Bro,
This movie have nothing to do with the latest
Everybody
issue.
can
How
have
you
their
gonna
own
skip
opinions,
from?
Carter.
How you
Everybody
gonna
can have
skip
their own
from?
opinion.
I saw-
How you gonna
okay,
skip from?
You ain't like it.
I'm
that's
saying, man, how
fine.
you gonna keep cutting me off, man? I'm trying to talk. I'm saying I ain't cut you off when you was running your mouth.
It's all right. I'm just saying. You
I'm
could not
saying,
like the
why
movie.
you keep cutting
I'm
me
agreeing
off,
with
man?
you.
You ain't
I'm
agreeing
agreeing
with
with
me.
you.
You cutting me off. I'm trying to talk,
All right, well, go
Okay,
ahead.
so
say what
that's
you
how
was
this
gonna say.
podcast is gonna go now, bro.
man. I'm saying I'm trying to talk. You cutting me off,
Hey, well, go ahead, just say what you were talking about, man. Don't
man.
worry
Fuck
about
what
it.
I was trying to say, man. On to the next topic, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you
All
know,
right, so you don't want to
that's
talk
what
then? Now I'm gonna talk then.
hey,
All right, everybody can have their own opinion. You ain't like the movie? That's fine. That's on you. Know what I'm saying? I had the opposite
Kaleidoscope.
opinion.
This all I'm saying. Everybody in this motherfucker got a chance to talk. And everybody that's been talking, you to open your mouth every time. Give everybody else a chance to say something.
I haven't hardly
I
said
think
anything.
I was.
No, you
You
wasn't.
know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You're the only
let's
one
go ahead
speaking
and get
flying
this
off the
out,
deep
man.
end, son.
I want
Before
to
we
Son,
get to,
man, don't
hey,
talk to me
Joe,
like you my daddy, man. I'll slap you in your face.
Whoa.
You could try.
I promise you.
What you gonna do? A Looney Tunes style?
Hey, to be
This gonna
Boy, I ain't no bitch ass boy. Boy, don't play with me.
We're talking about
I'm
comics
saying you're gonna
here.
do this
We're
Looney
not-
Tunes
let's
style.
not
You're gonna do it
this.
through the phone or something.
Hey,
What the hell?
They just
Man,
passing
like I don't know how to get to
man,
Wisconsin, bitch.
So, but
Yes,
we
yes.
gonna let them cool off like
Look,
that.
I don't want to keep
Oh
the
my
stigma of K-Mega
gosh,
pop
yo.
into something and shit pop off.
Hey, I got an interesting,
Yeah.
hey, but I got an interesting proposal though for Marvel though. Why didn't they just, if they wanted female empowerment, why didn't they give us a Nebula origin story? Because she would have been so fitting in this story. Because
That's actually, yeah.
you guys all read
Right.
the comics, right?
That's
And-
on the stuff.
Nebula would have been
and
dope.
so
I
you
agree.
know what happens in Infinity War in the Infinity Gauntlet with Nebula. So I mean, I think it would have been perfect for this situation.
They could be setting up for that. You never know. We haven't seen it yet. There's so many rumors of how this movie is gonna end, from, like I said, from Galactus to the other evil people you guys were talking about last week. to nebulous. We don't know how it's going to end up.
So many things tied off, and then you also got to put in consideration though the difference between what would look good on the big screen and what wouldn't. Like the all-knowing being, I forgot what his name is. He's a big head with eyes and a mouth and shit.
Yeah, that's what you guys were talking about last week. Yeah.
So like the thing, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the whole, you know, Captain Marvel universe. It's a powerful, all-knowing creature, but that thing won't look cool on the screen. So you got to put into considerations of how these writers has got to write something to compel people that are non-comic book people. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like people have like they know of Captain Marvel, like, you know, even, you know, not knowing about, you know, not even seeing the Marvel movie. But you ain't really heard of Nebula outside the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and stuff. So
right,
I understand what he's saying.
Right, and so you have to put in consideration is that comic book nerds is going to be there regardless. It's just like with video. It's just like with video games. We're going to be there when the next big game or console or streaming service, whatever the fuck is going to be. We're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? But for the casual, they have to be enticed by something and having something that looks like, you know, because I mean, if you think about it, if you did bring Warlock in, to some other people, it'd be just another guy in tights coming in, even though his story is compelling as fuck, but it's still the thing of it, where you want to grab another audience that may not be interested into the comic.
But we could have done that with Monica Rambeau, and we could have also had a black female led character that actually in the comics.
Well, I think
she even led the Avengers in the comics at one point. Carol Danvers never had led the Avengers. That's the thing. Like, and
she
Kevin
actually
Feige's already said that Carol Danvers is going to lead the
Fontarelli,
Avengers.
I need to correct you on that, though.
I don't know about this, man.
Carol Danvers did lead the Avengers.
You also got to keep in mind that they said that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is its own universe, so they can kind of
matter of fact, after Civil War,
any way they see fit.
After Civil War, Carol Danvers led the Avengers.
Its own universe, so they can twist it, but.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying, but that would be a good move. But the whole thing, you know, how they change stuff and they doing things because, you know, like certain people, they want to, like, you know what I'm saying, put an infamous on right now, and then, you know what I'm saying, later on change so they're not running with the same MCU background. So that's why people get a big misquote of they want to see when they put it to the big screen that they follow behind the guidelines of the comic book, especially the ones they say canon. They get pissed off if you betray the canon. But the MCU is like its own universe. So anything that they do and people that they bring in, you just gotta take it like a flashpoint type issue. Well,
exactly.
Get a whole difference in you know, the whole background. So I don't get really upset about certain little things. I just want to see the different way they gonna bring it. Like, okay, I understand that like Monica Rambeau and what's the mama name?
Maria
Rambeau. I know how you know, saying their relationship was, and how, you know, say I know how she was looking up to her father, but I know that through this timeline they trying to show you from a different, you know, saying a different perspective and a different angle, so they could bring, you know, just a different variety to the table, you know, saying to the table and see if they could bring to the 21st century. But you know, some things they gonna miss on. I mean, they're not gonna be perfect, and that was like how you said that was they missed. They
want to hear one of the dumbest plot points in this movie that I think is just there's a huge hole there. So the Supreme Being, when you go see the Supreme Being, you see the person that's most close to them,
excuse me,
right? Which honestly, it was kind of weird that they showed Wendy Lawson as, you know, Captain Marvel's closest person. It should have been Maria Rambeau that she was seeing.
Yeah, I think they worded it wrong. That's what they did.
That was kind of wrong, dude. That's why I'm saying this movie was written terribly, dude.
They should have been person that should have.
You feel like they messed up her. You don't mind the minor tweaks, but they kind of messed it up to where it's almost like she can be a whole nother different character.
I think they rushed it.
Yes, they rushed it. I agree. They rushed this movie big time.
It was like a filler in between in the Marvel world because that's all I think it is. They could have introduced her slowly in the beginning of the next Infinity War, like somewhere right at the beginning. Didn't even have to have a backstory. Just did a quick intro and just quick explanation why she's there. They didn't have to do the movie.
Well, this is the thing, though. This is we got to get back into now the reality of what's going on, and that is that these contracts are almost up for some of these actors. So they got to get ready to get to phase 2. You know, Robert Downey's gone. Chris Evans is gone. I think Thor is going to be gone too. And then they saying that I think Chris Pratt's going to come back, especially now that James Gunn is back on board for the Guardians. I think he'll re-sign for a contract, and also dude that plays as Hulk. He's back. So they got to get these people out of here and start implementing the next phase, so they can start getting people familiar and excited about, you know, the new people. So and the people that's still there, like Ant-Man and Wasp and then, you know, a couple others. But that's another thing to it. So yeah, the movie could have been, you know, maybe have been rushed or whatever. But
Cumberbatch ain't going nowhere. He loves it. He loves it.
Of course.
He ain't going nowhere.
Do you guys want to get into the whole X-Men topic though?
Like, I was about to say.
I know we were hanging on it because it was that like I said, a love-hate relationship. Look what we came to. But hey, let's go ahead and get to the merger between Fox and Disney. With Fox and Disney merging with all the X-Men, that they're gonna have the rights to all of the X-Men. So excuse me for kind of messing up a little bit, because I'm finna unmute the other two people at the same time and see if they cool off. So we get, matter of fact, before we go to that time, let's go to something that's more uplifting. Let's go to something a little bit more uplifting, man. So what do y'all think about first name James Gunn, that he directed Suicide Squad 2, and now he's back home. He's back home, and he bringing back Guardians of the Galaxy 3 back into his hands. So I like the first two movies, so I think they're gonna be back in good hands. Y'all think that it was a good move that he kind of like stayed off of social media, didn't badmouth or didn't do nothing like that? He able to be one of the first people to direct a DC movie and then double back and direct a Marvel movie pretty much at the same time.
Okay, I want to know who said "oh no," because that was kind of funny.
Who else would it be, dude?
You know what, Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought it was a great movie. The second one, not so much. I think that
it was just average. The second one was average. You're right.
I didn't like it, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite either.
Yeah. I mean, I like the world building it did more than anything, and how they were showing, like, because that was the first time you seen them being able to jump through the portals. I forgot what they called the little, you know, when they was able to walk from one spot to, you know, the jumpers or whatever they call them.
I just think they went overboard with the gold people, because if the gold people had that much power, why would they need the Guardians of the Galaxy to get the stuff that they needed?
I forgot what they're called, but yeah, they're serious. They're serious players in the
hands.
Yeah, they're serious.
Yeah, I like them. I just don't want to see Groot dancing anymore. It's just
oh God.
I mean, you gotta think about it. That was the sell to the kids. You gotta touch the younger generation. You gotta get them something to laugh at.
Yeah.
That was the whole purpose of group, is keeping them small like that for so long.
Yeah, my kids thought that was funny. So yeah, you got a point.
I just hope that now, since that he's back with Guardians, that now that he'll still put the same energy into Suicide Squad, because he's rebooting it. And I know we've had this discussion, Fonzarelli, that you couldn't stand the first one. I loved the first Suicide Squad. I thought it was.
I heard mention on it.
I loved it. I thought it was dope as hell. But
I actually like
Hey, bro, the only thing good about the first Suicide Squad was I thought that what's her name did a great job as Harley Quinn. I think she did a great job as Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, she did. She did.
Everybody else was kind of lackluster, and especially the Croc dude.
Viola Davis was cold-blooded.
When he was the Croc, he was sitting there going, "I want BET" or something. I was like, "Really? You're gonna do that?"
That was
oh my God.
That was to me. That was I thought.
But didn't they kill him in the movie?
Yeah,
Didn't he die?
to the mic.
I thought he died in the movie.
That
Didn't he?
was Boomerang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that dude.
So he was the red shirt. Okay.
Yeah,
But,
see,
I think he got a point to prove. So I think he gonna step it up on Suicide Squad and because DC right now they actually starting to really
they are
make good movies because Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
I'm gonna make this prediction. I think that the Harley Quinn movie is gonna do really well.
Birds of Prey. I think that's going to be good too. That the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, I'm still on the fence because I haven't seen anything really about it. I've seen the trailer. It seems weird to me.
Yeah, but at the same time, anybody will do better for me than Jared Leto at this point. Jared Leto, his Joker was terrible.
He was.
But you know what though? I feel like though, if they gave too much, like if they gave so much on the trailers, I feel like this would be one of those movies, like people would say with Captain Marvel, like you see the trailer, you see the movie. I feel like with that, I feel like that would be the same thing with the Joker movie. They ain't trying to show too much because it'd be like once you see the trailers, you see the movie.
Well, that's gonna be a mind fuck movie. That movie is not gonna be full of action or nothing like that. That's gonna be a psychological thriller. That's what that's gonna be. So I hate that Will Smith is not going to be there, but of course you're going to have Elvis Iba, and then they're going to bring in Polka Dot Man and Shark.
So dudes is dying.
Hey, do you think Will Smith will be in the Birds of Prey movie, or is he not?
Nah,
I don't think so.
I think because
he
in this next Suicide Squad. I don't think he will be. I don't.
Yeah, he played a good role.
He did.
He was a dope ass Deadshot. That's why I said I like the cast that they had on Suicide Squad. For them to now reboot it and now bring in this new group, and then I forgot what the one dude's name, the main character. I forgot what his name was. Boomerang? No, Boomerang was the one that got killed, wasn't it?
And Boomerang got killed first.
Will
Smith with Deadshot.
Rick Flag. You talking about Rick Flag? Rick Flag?
Yeah. They don't know if he's going to come back or not. I thought
he's not coming back. He's not.
You want to know
back.
somebody?
That's
There's rumor going around that Ben Affleck is going to be Batman for Justice League 2.
What are you smoking, bro? What are you smoking, bro?
He's gone.
They're doing. Yeah, he's done.
They say it's current rumor. You got something?
Dude, Justice League 2? Come on, bro.
I mean, they're over here. From what I've heard is that they stopped all thoughts of trying to do the combining of the movies and just work.
Yeah,
movies, because that's what DC has been strong on anyway. The Batman's was just epic as fuck.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do is start bringing in these origin stories. What they should have done. The one thing that I'm really pissed off about with DC is that how they did Henry Cavill, because he to me is the perfect Superman.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
They should have already had a Man of Steel too.
Thank you.
I see Man of Steel. I gotta watch it,
bro. Yes. Man of Steel is highly underrated in my opinion, bro. I love Man of Steel.
It was actually surprisingly good, even though he tore up most of the doggone town. It was good.
That's how
this is first day on the job, bro. Think about it. Your first day on the job, you ain't the best there is.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I think they need to reboot though is the X-Men, dude. I think they need to recast a lot of those X-Men players.
They're working on that. They're working on that now, Fonzarelli. They are.
They working. I like 2 year cooling out period. That's the same way with the people that's on Netflix.
So we're gonna jump on 20th Century Fox now then?
Yeah.
They own them. The deal is completely done. It's double confirmed.
So let me guess. I haven't heard it. You guys just told me this now. It's been a busy day, so I hadn't caught it. But what you're saying is Fox buying Disney, or is Disney going? Is Fox going to Disney?
Fox is already with Disney now. It's already
Fox is part of Disney. Disney.
I'm not trying to change the subject, but K-Mega, we will finally get a good Marvel versus Capcom this time. That's all I gotta say.
What?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're right.
already works.
You're right.
You don't see an E3 that they'll show a snippet or something because they are bringing it back. There were rumors that was coming back last year that they were going to let the filth of this last Marvel vs. Capcom went die down to where nobody talks about it no more, and they're going to bring
You showed me,
and they was going to go with
Blackheart. You showed me Blackheart in the trailer. It's over. I'm done. I'm done.
X-Men into the I mean, like it felt naked without any X-Men in there.
Hey,
sorry about changing the subject, guys, but you just made me a little happy, man. You just made me a lot of happy.
Hey, hey guys, Triple Cup. I need to get out of here. I got to get my daughter to bed and go to work. But it's been a pleasure, and I definitely want to join you guys again on this comic talk and this stuff. It's cool, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Fawn.
Appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate
Want to say anything real? Want to say anything real quick, Fonzarelli, about the X-Men?
The X-Men, like I said, they need to be rebooted, man. They need a new cast because that chick that plays Phoenix, Santa.
Oh, Phoenix.
Santa,
yeah.
From Game of Thrones.
I want to say
she's great in Game of Thrones, but man, not in.
She might not translate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel the same way, bro.
Yeah, she might not translate well.
Yeah.
She don't have that same
spirit.
spirit.
That's it, bro.
Right. All right,
We'll catch you on the flip.
Cool, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man.
Yeah, I agree with Fonzarelli though, man. Old girl that plays Phoenix in the new X-Men movies. I never liked her as Jean Grey, bro. She's fine in Game of Thrones. She's fine in Game of Thrones, but as Jean Grey? Nah, bro. I'm saying? It's like Famke Janssen started it off, and then you get it's like a downgrade, bro. That's
all
the way
I
it felt.
ask is one thing: when they bring out this movie, please do not have a whiny Cyclops. Please don't do that.
No,
I don't need to see that again.
I feel you, sir X-Man. I feel you 100%. That's my main beef with the Fox movies. The only one good movie they did was Logan. All right, with the exception of X-23. Now that's the only good one because think about it.
No,
think
the
about
first one was the bomb.
No.
Past is really good.
No.
And Logan wasn't an
always messed up.
Logan,
I have all the movies.
I know I do too, but Logan is not an X-Men movie. It's a movie about Logan and X-23.
Well, the X-Men franchise, all right? Out of all the ones that Fox released, that's the only one that I thought was actually good. And for the simple fact that the X-Men in every movie, has any of them ever flown? We know Jean Grey knows how to fly. We know that Aurora knows how to fly, right? Storm.
You know who knows how to fly?
What have they done? They floated. They floated in the air, standing there like dumbasses, throwing lightning bolts or whatever the fuck comes out their hands.
I've seen.
All right, none of them ever flew. All right, even Angel. Think about Angel. The time that he flew in X-Men 3, that shit was piss poor. All right, and then when they had Archangel and Apocalypse, that shit was a piece of crap, dude. The Falcon in the MCU is 10 times better than what the fuck Archangel did. All right, and then the Nightcrawler that we had in Apocalypse, garbage. I don't know why the fuck they got that skinny motherfucker to do that shit, bro. That shit was terrible, man. He ain't do what did Nightcrawler do? He ain't even fight nobody. He was just there to fucking just disappear.
The first Nightcrawler was really dope. The first
dude. Here's where I'm gonna agree with you and then disagree. The intro scene with Nightcrawler was dope as fuck for X-Men 2, X-Men United. That shit was incredible. Yeah. You're right on the money with that, K-Mega. But after that, he fell off a steep cliff. He ain't do shit the rest of the movie, bro.
Oh yeah, they didn't. That's where the problem was because they made it more of the.
They don't know how to balance the movies and the characters. It was always about Wolverine and his bitches.
I thought First Class was balanced right. I thought Days of Future Past.
First Class was good.
And Days of Future Past is up there with some of my favorite of comic book movies of all time. That movie.
I like Days of Future Past.
I can't really say though because it's like there's certain things about the movies that are good. A lot of things about Days of Future Past is good.
Remember what you said earlier? Everybody has their own opinion about what they like.
No, I know. I'm saying I agree with him on most of the entire movie. I ain't like the way they treated Storm. They treated her like a stepchild in that movie. And then that dude that threw flames, they were saying that was Sunspot. That's not Sunspot's power set. They made him look like the Human Torch.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Look, the X-Men movies.
I love Iceman though. The Iceman using the ice bridges and everything.
Yeah, Iceman was dope. But there was the thing of it is I love this cast because they recast. I love the Charles Xavier character or actor, the Magneto character. I think that those two they hit it out the park more to me than what I'm going to say Picard and the wizard from Lord of the Rings. You know what I'm saying?
From Star Trek.
Yeah.
No, I was feeling them as well.
Yeah,
especially in Days of Future Past when they had both casts.
Right. And that's one thing that just made I love that. I think where everybody has such a bad taste in their mouth is because of Apocalypse. Apocalypse was so prominent.
That was bad.
When it first started, I went to movies by myself and seen it. I was
in it in the first half of the movie. I was there.
The first beginning was like, oh, this shit's going to be on another level because
the
Egyptian shit. I was like, oh man, this is going to be great, and then it just fell off.
I don't even know much about Apocalypse.
Y'all heard at the beginning when she said, "Don't talk about the movie." Don't judge the movie, how much effort they took to put into the movie. That should have been a red flag right there.
Right. So,
dude, I felt the same way for Fantastic Four, that reboot with Michael B. Jordan.
Started off
I was loving the whole freaking first 75% of the movie. I was there. Yeah. Once they got to the ending, I was like, what happened?
The ending collapsed.
You know what happened when I saw that movie, y'all? I put in what was that? Oh my God, my brain froze. The movie that Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. I put in the Green Lantern after watching that movie. That was better than that. That was better than that.
You had to get rid of a scarf for Whitaker.
Yeah, I had to switch, bro.
With disrespect, we have to cut the mic for that one. Dang.
Hey, Tom,
I like what I like, man. I like what I like.
Dude. You said Green Lantern was better than Apocalypse? No.
What?
That's how bad it hurt. It hurt my soul.
Green Lantern hurt my soul.
I mean, Apocalypse
I know, right?
I actually liked it.
Though they ain't had no fighting scenes.
I actually liked Green Lantern,
but nothing happened.
Like Green Lantern?
Ryan Reynolds is
the only thing that happened was at the end. You had a giant shit cloud.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that wasn't a shit cloud. It was a black ooze of smoke that was coming to suck everybody apart.
Man, you guys ain't supposed to bring me these flashbacks about that.
What I like about Green Lantern was Sinestro. The guy that had that pink thing, that the yellow lantern, he looked exactly like him, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Sinestro, I can't fault Sinestro was probably one of the only good things about that movie.
That was the best thing about that movie. Well, and Oa.
But you got to learn about the Watchers in that movie too.
Yeah,
the Watchers.
You know,
the Guardians of the universe. The Watchers are, yeah. I know.
I was watching the anime, so yeah, the animated version of Green Lantern, and they had the Watchers. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I just think that it would break my heart because I'm attached to these actors that's playing the new X-Men. But I think what the MCU is going to do is probably not renew anybody's contract. Maybe just one of the people, maybe, but. The thing of it is that what I think that they might do is that it's what we always wanted Fox to do with them is do origin stories for the individual characters themselves so people could get introduced to them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't really know too much about Storm. You can bring that, and what would be great.
Drop them on the TV network, huh?
Well, you could do that too. You could do that as well, and then also what would be great is that character, because Storm would be related to what's going on with Black Panther, because we know Black Panther and Storm actually got married. So you could do an origin story on that. You can leave Wolverine to be later on. There's just so many other people that's within the X-Men universe that has that can be in there, especially like villains and shit like that.
Yo, finally a Wolverine costume, please.
Oh, I'm not tripping about that.
And
I can't.
they don't even need to try
Yo,
to
come
do a
on.
Wolverine origin story ever again. Period. Anyway,
That's true.
Yeah,
They don't even Wolverine, no Batman,
for the
no
simple fact,
Spider-Man.
if you go into the comics, you can't find no legit Wolverine story in there anyway.
You know what's sad? The game was better than the movie.
The game.
Yeah, Brian, that game was lit. I ain't got.
I know the game was better than the movie.
That game, we have the Civil War. I love
They
that.
need to bring it out on back compat.
I know,
That's
right?
what they need to do.
I've been waiting for it.
I love that game.
I told y'all I'm more a gamer, guys, but I love the comics too, and I love learning from you guys. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, say Kid Mega.
Yeah.
I want to know what you thought about Nick Fury losing his eye to the cat.
I wasn't feeling that. I thought that was a little weird, but I mean, but it did show why he lost his eye. I was like, okay.
You had to do it some way, right?
They got to do it some way. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather them being in a battle with one of the Kree and then he lose the eye that way than getting scratched across his eye by a damn octopus mouth cat. But
oh my God.
It's better than like he had a rare condition where he got blindness in one eye.
Yeah. So.
That was just a comic relief section, dude. Right. That's all that was.
See what I'm saying? But the cat is a fan favorite, though. So,
I rather have.
I mean, I know you was just building up to that part, though. You was waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, I really wasn't even thinking about it until
like when I saw that cat and he started liking that cat.
And you already knew
when he made that statement. Yeah, the last friend I had in the other movie, last friend I had, he ain't trust nobody after that.
Oh, that's right.
That cat, right. I like the cat finna put his eye out. I'm gonna just wait for it.
I just wanted to tease more Eddie.
Yeah, it was corny, but I was like, all right, cool, it is what it is.
But when the cat ended up being an alien, that's when I was like, I didn't see that part coming.
No, nobody did see.
I thought it was just a regular cat that was just gonna put his eye out.
Yeah, no, that damn cat was no joke, eating people and shit. I would have put that thing down a long time ago, Jack.
They changed that cat's name though, man. That cat's name originally, because they named it Goose for this one, because they was talking about the 90s. To give you that Top Gun vibe, right? Yeah. But the cat's original name, though, is Chewie, short for Chewbacca.
Oh, really?
Get out of here, really?
Yes. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? The cat's name is actually Chewie.
I'm going to do it right now.
I already knew it was an alien. You know what I'm saying? So I was already expecting it. Well. It's a trip.
Wow.
Hey, on the Avengers Endgame trailer, what y'all think gonna be the after credit scene?
Man, I don't know.
Y'all think they got? I think what it is, big bad. So
I think it'll be an X-Man.
You think it's gonna be an X-Men?
I think it's gonna lead into phase 2. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be something that leads into phase 2.
Dude, as a matter of fact, K Mega, on something you said earlier, as far as like representation, about the Marvel's already working on that, all right? Because next year we got Black Widow and we got the Eternals. The following year, though, we got Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. And it's going to be mostly an all-Asian cast.
That's right.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's going to be cool.
That's going to be cool, bro.
At the end of this year. I can't remember which, but I remember reading somewhere that one of the movies are going to be at the production by the end of this year. It was either that or the Batman movie.
So I wonder how you gonna learn chi. No, I'm serious. You think about it. He ain't learned chi till you met Iron Fist.
Oh, did you see?
Suppose they bring Iron Fist into the MCU proper though, Savage.
I'm just saying. I want to see. I'm just saying, I don't know. I just want to see.
Maybe they'll do it after the fact. I don't know.
As long as he ain't a whiny person like he does, like he is in the one on Netflix.
No, they're bringing into.
I like them on the one on Netflix. I could just tell that he.
I like the second one.
I wouldn't mind
more
if they
than the first
reboot
one.
everything that was on Netflix, yo. With the exception of Jessica Jones and Daredevil, but Iron Fist and Power Man need to be in the movies. Luke Cage needs to show his power level. He be throwing cars at people. But he never did that on the show.
That brings me to my thought about the Marvel movies. I liked how Netflix did it though with the Defenders, of how they put everybody's their whatever they were doing at that time, and then brought the Defenders. Although the Defenders execution, the actual Defenders was bad, the concept of what they did to lead up to it was great, and I feel like that's something that movies could take up.
Don't get it twisted though. I loved it. Oh my bad.
I mean, the Defenders. I understand what you're saying, but I agree with you 100% Chaos. But I really think they should have did Heroes for Hire before the shit they did the Defenders.
Yes. I agree.
Wow.
I mean, but with Netflix and Disney, they were trying to.
I understand how all that worked. That's what I'm saying. I understand how all that worked, but I think it would have explained more if they would have did Heroes for Hire first.
Right. Yeah.
This is what I think is going to be in the ending credits of the next Infinity Wars. I think it's going to be the next enemy that they're going to have to face, and they're going to keep it shadowed, like where you don't know what it is, so you have to be in suspense for the next movie coming out. That's what I think is going to happen.
I say the next phases of movies coming out then, rather than the next movie.
Like how they call it the first 22 movies, the Infinity storyline or the Infinity Saga. That's what they named it.
Yeah,
and
if they're smart,
saga. And it was the first 22 movies. Now they're going to do another saga where Thanos was at the end of this one here. Next was going to be what I think is Saint. I feel you, Sir X, man. I feel you exactly. But I think the teaser is because now they got to deal with the ink is dry with fire. The ink is completely dry. I think they still got 3 months for this movie to come out. They could do a 5-second trailer. All they got to do is show a gray little line just going across the sky, and it just kind of curve and go by fast.
You want to know what could be a good ass after credits?
I'm gonna tell you like this. They've been hitting that Galactus the whole time.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. Galactus.
Yep. I told you on that last week. I think he's gonna be the next one. I think he is, and that's gonna be a fight.
And that'll be crazy as hell if you find out that's the big bad, the really big bad at the end of all this shit.
Yeah,
that would of course bring in the Fantastic Four, which is dope. I mean, come on, that shit is gonna be wicked. If they show just a shadow of Galactus, just a shadow.
No, they don't even have to do that. They could just send in the Silver Surfer.
Yeah,
that would be sick. Silver Surfer flying over everything.
Simulate your planet.
It's kind of like Disney knew that they were like going to have these properties, right? So they kind of set it up before they actually even got it.
Right. Well, they hinted at it, but they kind of like do that borderline thing. Like how I watched an episode of Flash last week, and they did a Spider-Man reference. There's some you take pictures, but like you some type of super spider person, or what you trying to Peter Parker me? Like they were instead of saying reference, but they couldn't say Spider-Man, but they were saying everything around it, and they'll do like the spider web stuff. I mean, if you seen an episode of Flash last week, it was actually good. Left you on a good ass cliffhanger.
I've been watching it. Oh yeah,
a few of the DC shows have done Marvel references though. A few of them.
Right. But they do it.
Think about it. Cisco even made a what's the other show everybody like? HBO. I can't think of the name of it right now. Game of Thrones. Cisco made a Game of Thrones reference when he told Caitlyn, "Don't go all white hair Mother of Dragons on me."
Right. And Debbie Cisco, he give a lot of reference all the time on the show.
Hey guys, I'm just happy that the Marvel universe is all back together in one spot. Because now you can do so much more and expand the universe the way that it was intended by Stan Lee to keep it all together. Right. Because it was the stockholders that broke them up like that. Right. Now it's all one.
It
and
is.
we're gonna get everything we want,
And
and we can just be happy for that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like all these actors that's leaving, Marvel's gonna make you forget about that real quick with all the other people they're gonna introduce. You ain't gonna think about all the people that left.
Right, that's the whole
Now,
point. Like they started it, and then now they just go into the next phase, and then you're gonna bring in more people that's going to be interested in that actor or actress, and it's just gonna and then like for this next phase, Black Panther and
oh, that's gonna be so
Marvel,
good.
and Captain Marvel and what's her name?
We got Black Widow.
Black Widow. That's what's going to be. They're
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. They're going to be the ones that's going to be at the forefront.
Wasp, Ant-Man. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to be the ones at the forefront of what's going on, and then of course Spider-Man. So it's now their time, and then it's going to get to another phase, and of course by that time X-Men.
And who knows if they don't form a new Avengers?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's going to have to happen. But
I think they're gonna go more cosmic with Nova and stuff like that.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, because that's the whole thing. Yeah, it's got to go It's going to also go intergalactic because also that's where the X-Men ties in, and the Fantastic Four ties in so well, is because then you got the I forgot what those people are called.
The Shi'ar Empire.
The She-Ra.
The Shi'ar.
Shi'ar Empire, yeah.
Like, that's really tying into all the intergalactic stuff that's going on out there, and then with the Nova Corps and all them.
Yeah.
And then of course then you have all those crazy enemies coming out there. And then like Doctor Doom can be also a huge evil king. He's up there when it comes to the strongest villains. And then
he's up there with Magneto.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of potential that they have to go on. And then my one last thing I'm going to say on this is for the in-game trailer, everything is going to be good and calm, and then they're going to show a planet, and then you're going to see this guy, and then the silhouette of the planet starting to get destroyed. And then
with some tentacles coming out towards it.
Out the ground. And then that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, I think that's how they'll do it instead of just like showing the Silver Surfer. I think they'll show the guy first.
Galactus, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Before it became Silver Surfer, when Galactus first destroyed his planet. So I think that would be crazy. So I don't know.
Hey, with Sony still
right there.
Sony still has the rights to Spider-Man. That's about their only character that they have, right?
Yeah, but they're sharing them with Marvel, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's love.
Marvel got their hands on every character, but even a Hulk. The Hulk is still with Universal.
See, like Marvel ain't got Venom, though. You know what I'm saying? Sony's only sharing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
they can keep Venom. They can keep Venom.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Venom yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, Universal got the Hulk, but they ain't got but 2 Hulk villains.
Yeah.
Man, I just saw Spideyverse for the first time yesterday. I haven't had a chance to see it. I've been busy. Man, it was absolutely amazing. I did not think they had those trailers for Spideyverse all over the place, right? But it never really gave away the movie.
Nope.
And that's what the most awesome part was. I was surprised at every step of that movie. I want that movie in 3D. I'm sorry. I want that in 3D because that's going to be sick.
Hey, that's a good segue. Hey, I got a quick little announcement I had wanted to make on talking about the Spider-Verse. You know what I'm saying? I got a giveaway for anybody that's in the chat that just dropped who their favorite Spider-Man was. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be the Spider-Verse, and all you gotta do is not drop the name of whoever it is, and the first person drop a name, I'm just gonna give it to you, just quick as like that, because I gotta keep it up. But back to that Spider-Verse that you were saying,
oh my God, that's incredible, bro. When for those, I don't want to spoil it for those who didn't
you can spoil it, man. They should have seen it.
But when he dropped down for the first time, meeting Kingpin before he knew what his powers was, and Spider-Man went into the thing, and then saw the webs all over the place, he influenced all the Spider-Man coming back. that was like an awesome theory that happened, and I thought that was incredible. That was just incredible science how they figured out how to do that to represent that situation in the movie. You know, that's the part that blew me away more than anything. But the part when he was learning this stuff too, man, I love the storyline in that, man. That's how they should make a movie. You know, I'm not a Sony person, but for that, that's how they should make a movie. That's how they should have did Miss Marvel.
I mean, yeah.
Dang.
Sorry, I had to go there, bro.
Yo, I can't front though. I did enjoy Into the Spider-Verse like crazy, man. That music that they put every time, like his uncle was coming after him. Remember when his uncle was coming after him?
Oh, see, you're killing the movie. I haven't even seen it yet.
You haven't seen it?
You saw it. Talking about I just took the headphones off. Man,
Hey, K Mega, it's on demand right now, bro. Go rent it. Go watch it.
Okay.
Dude, it's one of the best Spider-Man movies ever, bro. One of the best Spider-Man movies ever.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, the movie is better than the game, K Mega.
Oh, well, that's not saying too much in my opinion. But anyway, I got to get out of here, Chuck, man. I got to get set up because I got to be at work. I got to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. But
I'm on vacation, K Mega. I'm good this week.
We about to leave about this thing here. That was pretty much this is the end of it right now.
Oh, okay.
That's what's up.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, Clyde, you have. I think Clyde, you still got to give you what you think though, huh?
About what?
The trailer. I mean, the teaser at the end. What would you like to see?
No, I said it. Same thing. I agree with K Mega.
Everybody.
The Shadow, Galactus. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping it's Galactus, bro. That's the only thing that they really need to tease. Galactus. Just like the way they teased Thanos at the end of the first Avengers movie. You know what I'm saying? Just show a planet and Galactus like looming over the shadow, whatever, or even show him whatever. It doesn't matter to me. As long as I see the silhouette for his helmet, I'm good.
That's why I was upset with Fox when they remade the Fantastic Four and they didn't continue that where you saw Galactus in the background. I know Silver Surfer went to stop him, but I want to see Galactus still go at it. You know,
dude, they made Galactus a cloud, bro. That's what they did. That was Galactus. That cloud thing that he killed.
Right. You saw his halo in there, but yeah, it shouldn't be like this because that was his herald. He can't kill Galactus like that.
The only thing they got right was Silver Surfer. He looked good.
Yeah, they did Silver Surfer right. But well, we finna get up out this thing. You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to Biggie. You know what I'm saying? For the Into the Spider-Verse. Y'all go ahead and do it. Drop it. It's gonna be
yes, sir.
Get it. It's on what is Voodoo? Not the real Voodoo, but that TV thing Voodoo. But
man, I should have jumped on that and copied it, man. I didn't know when you dropped it on there, man. I would have been all over that. No,
it's all right. I'm practicing that. So shout out to Biggie. Biggie. One last time, let me get it right. Biggie 2316. Well, this is Heroic Vibration Podcast, man. K Mega, appreciate you for coming out here.
No doubt, thank you having me here, bro.
Oh, ain't nothing.
I would like to say,
always a pleasure.
Thoughts out,
and Sir X, man. Go ahead, see what you about to say, K.
Thoughts out to my man Flip. He said he had it over there and hold the sign at the main street around his crib, for Chick-fil-A. But he said,
"Look at
that. Said he'll be all right, and he will be back on soon."
Yeah. Hey, y'all always throw a jab at each other when y'all miss a show. But hey, congratulations, Flip. If the people don't know, they don't need to know. For the people that do know, they know what I'm talking about. But congratulations, homie. Well, it's the Heroic Vibration Podcast, and we're up out of here.
All right, y'all.
Peace.